Hey guys, welcome back. I'm gonna do just a short little video to go over the spelling sheet that you guys had gotten before Christmas over vowel teams. You will have a quiz over these words. We've been working on them for almost 3 weeks now. So it's time to take a test and move on. So we're going to review that vowel teams worksheet. If you'll get it out so that you can check your answers. If you need some time, go ahead and pause the video right now while you look for that sheet. And then you can hit play when you're ready to move on, okay? So you're going to get that sheet out. We're going to go over the answers, and then you will have a spelling test that will come up tomorrow or Thursday or Friday. You're welcome to take it any day this week, but that spelling test needs to be taken this week, okay? So here is, oh, wrong one. Here we go. Here's our worksheet, okay? It says vowel teams syllables. Remember, vowel teams are when you have two vowels together, but they make one sound. Sometimes we've talked about the first one does the talking, but that rule that you learned in kindergarten or first grade is not going to always work. So you need to really make sure that you think about how that word is said and not just the first vowel, okay? So our words, let's review them. It says already, caution, fainting, looming, pointed, roasted. When we look at these, our vowel teams within these words, already, it's EA, already, okay, EA says eh. Caution, AU is your vowel team, those two vowels together. They say all, so AU there, A, it's not saying the A sound. So that when you say two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking, that doesn't work for this word. So remember not to focus on rules, focus more on just how to say that word. Caution. Okay, fainting, AI. Looming, loo, two O's together. Say ooh. OI. And pointed, oi, oi, pointed. Roasted, OA. Here, you do hear the first one, O-sted. So the first one did do the talking. So that rule works there, but remember, it's not always going to work, okay? All right, now let's check our answers here. It says write the spelling word that goes with the other words. So it says cooked, toasted. What else would go there? Cooked, toasted, or roasted. You can roast vegetables. Okay, before now, previously, or already. If you have done it before now or you have previously done it, then you have already done it. Okay, sharp or spiked. If something is sharp or spiked, like a pen is sharp, then it would be pointed. Careful, pay attention. If you are careful or you're paying attention, then you are using caution. Remember, you should be checking your answers now. Okay, passing out, blacking out, that is fainting. Like a lot of times, if someone has been working too hard or maybe they're in pain, sometimes they will faint. Okay, coming, approaching, then you are looming. So if you are approaching someone or you're coming up behind them, you are looming, okay? All right, let's move on to the others. Remember, if you have any questions, then you can comment or you can ask for a Google Meet and I will help you, okay? All right, the next one, it says fill in the boxes for the spelling word caution. This should be at the bottom. So the meaning of the word caution is to take care, to provide a warning, avoid mistakes, to be careful. I'm going to add that in here. If you are taking caution, then you are being careful. Okay, so a sentence with caution. Oh, let's see if I can get a little box in there. There we go. Okay, a sentence with careful might be you should be, not with careful, I'm sorry, with caution. Caution means to be careful, but we need to make sure we use that word caution. You should use caution when you are driving in the snow. That's one sentence you could use. You should have come up with your own sentence. That's just an example. You should use caution when you're driving in the snow. Okay, another example. Let's see. I used caution when I was cleaning the hot pot. Like when I cook at home and the pot's so hot, but I need to clean it out, I use caution. I'm careful when I do that. Okay. And then related words, a synonym. Remember, synonyms are the same. So another word for caution, another word that means the same thing as caution would be careful. If you're being careful, you're using caution. An antonym is the opposite. So the opposite of using caution would be like if you are reckless, you're not being careful, you're going too fast, you're reckless. An adverb is a word with ly used to describe the same word. So ly at the end. So like carefully is the same as caution. If you're using caution, then you're doing it carefully. Okay. All right, flip over to the back. We've got the rest of these words. We have classroom, creature, gloated, Monday, outcome, and treaty. And our vowel teams here, remember 2 vowels that make one sound. Okay, so here it's O-O, room. Here it's E-A in creature. And there, creature, that E-A, you do hear it say E. So in that case, the first one is doing the talking, the first vowel. But remember, that rule will not always work. Gloated, O-A, same here. That rule works there, but not always. Monday, A-Y. Remember, sometimes Y acts as a vowel. O-U, owl. So here you do not hear O. When you say 2 vowels go walking, the first one does talking, that rule does not work in outcome. And OU says owl, outcome. Treaty, EA, that rule did work there. So remember to really think about the way that the word is said instead of so much thinking about rules to follow, okay? All right, it says write a spelling word that is related to the other words. So Sunday, Tuesday, what would be another day of the week? Here our answer is going to be Monday. Remember, you should be spelling these words correctly because you have the word box at the top. So please make sure, and they're spelling words, so you should be practicing the way that you're spelling them, okay? All right, result and end. If it's the result of something or it's the end of something, then it is the outcome. Bragged, celebrated. If you bragged about something or you celebrated something, the word would be gloated. Being or a living thing is a creature. So a being is something that is living. It's also a creature. Okay, a place of learning, a schoolroom, that would be the classroom, which I cannot wait to have you guys back in our classroom. Okay, an agreement or a settlement, remember we talked about this really goes along with government. When the different governments make an agreement, they agree on something and they both sign it and they are going to stick to that agreement. A lot of times that is called a treaty. Okay, and then the bottom part, it says write the spelling word that completes each analogy. So I have put a little box around to kind of help us get started. It says doctor is to hospital. So at the hospital you have doctors. As teacher is to classroom. So if a doctor is at a hospital, where would a teacher be? A teacher is going to be in the classroom. A year is to January, as week is to blank. So if a year is to January, you're talking about months, and a week is to blank, what would be the name of something within a week? Your answer is going to be Monday. That's a day of the week. Flower is to plant. So a flower is a type of plant. As animal is to creature. Business is to contract. So businesses to people, like if you're going to go into business with someone and you need a plan for how you're going to run your business, you need to agree on it, then you sign a contract. Okay, so governments, when two different governments come together and they have something they agree on, they sign we just talked about it. You might remember? Your answer should be treaty. All right, guys, that is the end of this spelling sheet. This was just a review. You should have done this sheet 2 or 3 weeks ago before Christmas. So I just wanted you to have the answers, and then tomorrow or Friday you will take your spelling test. So make sure you study these words. Bye, guys. See you later.